Buddy the dog. What are you doing, pal? Checking out the wind? What do you got there? Got a little bit of a... we got to get that off of him. We're going to do some Buddy the dog maintenance in just a minute. But we are fixing to go work on a project that we got to get started on so that we can go back and make it happen. And I'll explain more right after this. All right, welcome back. If you haven't seen my videos before, I'm Ross the Oliver Man. Had to pull a tick off of Buddy the dog. They get into all kinds of stuff, you know. So, Buddy the dog, do you know what's gonna happen today? No, you don't, but that's okay. We need to go over and we need to gather some tools. I had a neighbor send me a picture of a piece of equipment and said, do you have any use for this? And I said, what's the price? And when he said the price, I said, I absolutely have a use for it. But the thing is, only one tire appears to be holding air, and it's not doing a very good job of that thing. But the other tire that's flat, I thought, no big deal. I got spare tires. So I said, how many whole lugs is it? And he said, no. And I said, what do you mean? He said, the wheel is one piece. So it's like an axle and you got a wheel to slide off. So we're gonna have to gather some important stuff like the auger, a handyman jack, and probably a vice grip. If we can't do it with those three things, are we really living life correctly? I don't know. But we're going to try to make that happen. So I know where the handyman jack is. I know where the auger is. It's out here on this crawler. And what was the third thing I needed? A vice grip. There's some of those down there too with the handyman jack. So we will gather those things. Then we will drive out there trying our darndest not to get stuck in the mud because it has rained here like every day and a lot. So I drove out there the other day with the pickup just fine, but I'm hoping that we don't get stuck today. We probably will, and then nobody will be around to help us, so we'll just see what we get into. All right. I think we can drive out here. Yep. What a treasure, friends. What a treasure. Checking to see if your latest video is done uploading so I can let you see it before we go. Not quite yet. I need to let it simmer so we can work on this treasure. What have we got here, you ask? Why, it's a Kewanee elevator. People don't like the way I say Kewanee, but I don't care. That's how I'm gonna say it. So I've got an elevator that was the one Grandpa used, which actually came from his brother. I found that out later. But I've always thought if I got into ear corn, you know, hot and heavy, having more than one, like a backup, would probably be a handy idea. And this really doesn't look too bad. The way they made it was such a way that it doesn't really hold water to speak of. So, you know what I'm saying. It does look like, I mean, it's got some issues. But our biggest issue with getting it home is going to be this feller here. So what to do, friends? Well, I'm thinking what we're going to do is we're going to try to get this tire off of here, as in the whole shebang. And it may not want to play that game. What if I set you down there? Can you see anything? I don't know. Come on. Uh-oh. Well, that's what I figured. Why would it work when it could just not work. That didn't work at all, did it? Oh, friends. One thing I didn't bring was Zep. I immediately regret that decision. Let me get the auger and maybe a screwdriver and see if I can get that bent down a little better. I've been looking at this and I think it's still sturdy enough to pull home, but we will use a tractor, not this truck, because we'll have to inevitably make a loop in a field and I don't want to get stuck. I could go straight out that way. It will eventually go to a road, but the problem is there's a deep ditch in there that I don't think this would do this thing any favors. And then when we get to the end to turn on the road, there's trees and it would hit the trees. So I'm gonna have to go out that way where there's no obstructions, which also has the bonus of if it catastrophically fails somewhere on that stretch of road, I farm right over there. So I can just drag it onto that field and let it sit until I get a better game plan together. Plan B.5 is going to be just mounting it on here, right here in place, hoping that the rim is solid enough to do it. I was going to take it home, see, and clean it up a little. So we're not licked yet. It's just going to be how long is this actually going to take to make this happen. Okay, we're back in the game. There's a spider right inside her. I'm sure this won't. That's what I thought. I was hoping maybe I could get that to turn in there, but I don't think I will. I think it's going to be very much a problem. That spider's bummed out because I'm taking its house away, probably. Oh. Come on, baby doll. Come on, baby doll. Come on. All I'm going to do is break that off. Oh. Not going well. I don't know, friends. I don't know. Come on. Just come off of there. I can get this off and get more room. Probably not, but it's a nice thought. Man, I can get the come on. Well, all we did was break it off. Not prepared. Yeah, I'm not prepared. I think it's moving. It's just a matter of getting the right tool to get it out of there, which I didn't bring with me. I might have a punch in the truck if it's the right size. Friends, this wind all ridiculous right here. Ridiculous. But I got me a punch. See if we can get that out of there. Probably not. Maybe. I'm gonna get stung by a bee. I woke up the only bee. Come on. It's coming, friends. It's just slow. And now the tire's in the way. You gotta get to dismount the tire so you can get the thing in to get the tire off. Yeah, makes sense. Come on. Man, we're so close. Come on. Come on out of there. Come on out of there. I don't think that did anything. Come on. We're so good. Close. Come on. Almost out of there. Half of it's gone. Now, come on. Come on. Come on. No. Well, okay, progress kinda. I got that where that's gonna come off of there, like the wheel, but I don't have the thing all the way out of there. So we're gonna have to, I'm gonna try to raise this up, get the wheel off, and then get that pin drove out of there. So we'll see what happens. The wind, I don't know. If it's not raining, it's windy. It's ridiculous. Ouch! Oh! The first casualty of the day. The handyman jack bit me, getting it out of the truck. That really hurt. Handyman jack. I thought if I'd wedge it in there in the most weird way possible, maybe we'd have success. Come on. Come on. Come on. Are you going to jack up or just roll over? Now, come on. Come on. Don't fall over. We're jacking up, not jacking off. Not jacking over. Okay. Not sure how I'm going to get it to do what I want it to do. Maybe I need to start it back farther towards the pile. That's fine. I got ideas. Come on. Let's try it like that. Come on. We're not going up, are we? We're not. Come on. Oh, come on. Oh. Come on. Handyman Jack, you're starting to annoy me. It's almost like they figured out the geometry of it to try to keep you from using it inappropriately. Amazing. Come on. This is not pleasant. I'm telling you. I should have been thinking. You know about thinking? What I should have been doing, I should have had one of those blocks. Holy crap, the wind is pulling on this thing bad. Bad, bad, bad. No, I should have had a, dang it, there it goes. Mother trucker. Okay, we can do this. We can do this. I don't suppose there's any way that you would let me pull you back. I didn't figure so. We'll start over. He shoved it on this pile, and that's kind of super handy because I can't get the jack under it. I guess I could have pulled it forward before we started, but that would have made sense. And we don't do that here. We just come on, get in there. Come on, get in there. Okay, come on. Seriously? We're gonna get it, I promise. We're gonna do the old quick switch. The old quick switch. Or not. Come on off of there. Alright. Tire delete. Okay, jack it down. Come on, we're jacking off it now. Whoa, whoa horse, whoa. Oh, I think we're gonna make it. All right, step one is done. I'm hoping that this is the hardest part of this procedure. We may find that this rim is garbage, in which case then our hardness is not done yet. And it's no fun taking it hard all day long. It would be nice if it would just be easy for a little bit. That's interesting. That somehow upset the balance. I guess it lowered it a little bit, but yeah. All right. We'll take this home and we'll make it hold air again through the magic of stuff and things. This one, I'm hoping it does the thing just long enough to get home. We're not even going to look at that one. We're just going to hope so. It doesn't have to go far. This is only like maybe 3 miles at the most. So maybe not even that much. All right, back to the house. All right, friends, I didn't notice this over there, but we've got homework to do. We're missing a pretty good selection of rim there. So we're gonna have to weld that shut, drill a new hole, or whatever we gotta do. But firstly, it'd be super handy to get this tire off of there. So that's what we're gonna try. I'm using a flat surface, sure. Hopefully this is strong enough to support this rim. Pretty rough looking. You would think when it was this rotten it would just fall off practically, but it won't. I gotta go deal with the cow problem. I'll be right back. I don't know. A couple of those calves have found their way out again. Now they're on the opposite side of the fence as the cow, and they're throwing a fit. But Buddy the dog seems to want to try to chase them, so I'm just going to leave him for a little bit until I get everybody calmed down. Pretty nasty. Oh boy. I should just try to cut this one off. I thought surely, as rotten as it was, I could just pull it out of there. Or flip it off of there, I mean. Don't need tools. All right, we got a lot of homework here. We got to get that really cleaned up. Do we want to fool with this tonight? Well, if we get it done, then we can go back tomorrow and make this happen. Or we can struggle and cry. We may just work on this tomorrow and do this the next day. I don't know. I really just don't. I don't know. It's gonna take a little bit of cleaning, friends. And then a little bit of deciding. It might be a little past welding a washer on. It might be a kind of thing where we just lay a patch over this, drill a new hole elsewhere, and then go about our happy life. But yeah, I guess I'll mess with it a little bit here off camera and see if I can get it cleaned up and what I want to do. So that's what is going to take place right now. Do you suffer from low intelligence and are easily entertained? Well, then hit that thumbs up button and leave a comment, and that way we can keep making entertainment that your feeble minds can understand. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.